Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. I'm ready for this tragedy. I mean, what a great way to start the morning. With the birth of a tragedy? That's totally not foreboding for my day. Okay, so... 7-1 story. A person walks into the sunset alone. I was gonna say, this is dark for a sunset. An old monster once told me, what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. I always thought it was stupid, but the guy's a monster, so maybe I do have to give this some thought. Ooh, hello? Does a bug jump into a flame to get stronger? So stupid. No, let's not talk about how dumb and weak a bug is. You know, no matter how strong a bug gets, in the end, it's still just a bug. If a bug jumps into a flame, all it proves is that the heat messed up its brain. Assuming it even had a brain, it obviously went mad. But what if I was to leap into the flames? Besides proving that I'm crazy, what else would that prove? I'd come out a bit charred, but how would that make me any stronger? And yes, or actually no, birthing a tragedy sounds like today because I have a test. I have a big test today. Heh. But we're talking about death here. And what does an undying monster know about death? Alas, such is the nature of the bitter death that none may resist. You'll still talk to me? That's a surprise. I thought you were totally caught up in your plan to destroy Lungmen, Talulah. W. You haven't given anyone notice of your visit. Haha, oops, my bad. I've been a mercenary for too long. Forgot all about that reporting every detail of my life to the boss thing. Sorry, leader. Ooh, hello? But you know, I can't go all the way up to the top of the command tower, so I have to ask you to stoop to my level. Your sarcasm isn't doing us any good, W. Reunion needs the might of the sarcasm, and we should strive not to add any more personal problems or personal conflicts between us. Just call us devils. Only the bleeding hearts and self-righteous call us sarcasm. Us mercenaries? We know exactly what we are. Strange. Devils. The inferior race of the banished. You mercenaries cannot accept this definition, nor will you take pride in it. Duh. But your people started calling us devils, not as a hate thing, or because it was catchy or whatever. Devil is a fear thing. You people called us that because we scare you. Wait, people call them that? Are people use the term devil as a fear thing? Yo, that means my dad must fear me. He calls me the devil sometimes. He calls me, my mom, my bros as devils. Like you all are devil spawn. I'm like, thanks, father. That just means I'm powerful, is what I thought. So us mercs liked being called devils because we know exactly what it really means. And we always make good and sure, anyone left alive takes the subtext straight to the heart. Oh, sorry. Me yapping on about this is like trying to show off in front of an expert, isn't it? We're a no-name merc squad famous for brutality. But compared to you, why, that's like a worm trying to go up against a crab. After all, leader, nobody scares people better than you. Inflict terror upon your enemies and provide warmth for your friends. To strike fear into our enemies and bring hope to our comrades. That is the way Reunion has always done things. So driving Ursus's core into Lungmen is also the line with a certain comrade's ardent wish. Our warriors are still bravely fighting inside Lungmen. They need our assistance, and we will bring it to them. The infected inside Lungmen require hope, and our warriors have expressed their earnest desire to be a source of that hope. Everyone's wishes find harmony here, and the responsibility to see those wishes come to fruition belongs to us, Reunion. This will also bring benefits to the sarcasm, I assure you, beyond doubt. What your kind seeks is not hope, so I will provide you with profit. Sarcasm mercenaries like you, scattered between various city-states, as well as those who pull your strings, you will drink deeply of the chaos between cities and countries, and it will nourish you. Huh, so chaos is nourishing. After Lungmen, no nomadic city is safe. Your kind will find more room to expand and thrive, and your people will prosper. Ooh, sounds like a good deal. Just going off the profits, I'm totally on board. Tell me, W, what doubts do you still have? None. You've made a great case. Want a standing ovation? No need. Then let's talk about my mission. Bad news is I failed. I didn't manage to bring back my target, and she wouldn't give me the thing. That is not your fault. The kinship between Misha and Skull Shatterer was bound to lead to uncertainties. Why'd you send me to grab that scientist's daughter then? It seems like you didn't even need her or her secrets for your big plan. Between the attack on Lungmen and firing up the core city, what was the point of her anyway? The authenticity of the key still has to be verified. I can personally verify that we've activated the core city, but Reunion still needs full control over the way it stops. That's where this key comes in. Mephisto told me the one the geezer found in the abandoned city was the real deal. No, W. Mephisto would not tell you that. It would only be you spilling secrets to Mephisto while thinking about extracting the information you want from him. So this bit of news true or not? Wait, so is that bit of news true or not? You're not interested in hearing my justifications, but you also don't plan on offering yours either. I have my own channels, and might be a little more frank than I used to be. Oh, but I guess I could have mixed up my sources? Something like that. W, if you want me to be more transparent, I can explain you the details of my plan, all of them. Skull Shatterer and your first operation tested the LGD's response speed. It allowed us to adjust our strategy and improve upon our plans to take down Lungmen. Without your cooperation, we could not succeed. The key did truly exist, but was lost upon Misha's death. The key that Patriot sought was only a backup plan to deal with the situation. I won't force you to tell me where your information came from, but my explanation should convince you. Alright, but leader, I want to know how many keys there are. Won't ask any more questions after that, yeah? 2. Sergei, Royal Chernobog scientist, held one of them and delivered it to Misha using special means. Hello? The other was held by Count Boris, former mayor of Chernobog. During her attack, he broke off a city plate to flee. However, he was unable to escape the catastrophe. The ruined satellite city. Our undercover agents in the city have kept everything there that we need. We can lure the LGD into an ambush given the proper distance. We have sufficient reason to capture the abandoned city, and the best use of it is to occupy it and turn it into a stronghold. You're really good at explaining things, leader. I'm all out of questions. Hey, I'm not asking too many, am I? Sorry to make you waste so much time explaining it all to me. W, if openness can resolve a misunderstanding between us, I won't be stingy with my time. In order to ensure a relationship of long-term mutual benefit, I will continue to draw up our future plans. Hopefully, this can slightly increase the trust between us. We will need to support each other to have a chance at overcoming the troubles to come. Really? I'm touched. Of course. I never liked this woman. The Talulah they talk so nice about in private is so insanely boring. And this Talulah talking to me right now is just another lying bastard. Oh, not to say there's anything wrong with lying. I lie a lot. Nothing stronger than a well-paced lie. Except maybe a bomb. The truth is like a cup of water. What good does it do when the whole house is on fire? But when I lie, I know I'm lying. I chew up my thoughts and spit them into ears. This she-dragon, though, she lies so natural, it's like the words coming out of someone else's mouth. Doesn't matter who she's talking to. It's not just tweaking a couple points to cover up her plans. She takes on a totally different form, turning into something that they trust more, telling them what they want to hear. Reunion's most beloved figure is, of course, the leader, Talulah. Standing here with me, she's a businesswoman, a trader. With Patriot, she turns right into a warrior woman. She'll show her true face one day, but not everyone will live long enough to see it. Besides, does she even have a true face? Is she an onion? You keep peeling off layer after layer until you realize there's nothing inside? Wait, will you peel an onion enough there's nothing inside? I thought there's just more layers. I mean it. She was acting honest as an Iberian nun just a minute ago. She lifts up her hand slightly. Ha, I know that trick. Right now, she's like a cunning Savra after a lifetime of raiding and killing. Something pulls away the air in front of me, and in a split second, it'll melt away my whole body. Don't tell me you're ready to kill me after a little bit of teasing. Nobody has ever figured out the formless things Talulah throws around, but I know exactly what they do. Ruins, debris, things lose even their most basic structure. It's like a fire without light. I am her prey. I should have known. Kinda obvious, Dragon Lady. The old Talulah wouldn't have showed her cards this early. Waiting to die, or plopping down some long-winded monologue before the end, just isn't my style. I never thought about dying, at least not now. The small device I tossed out moments earlier, while I was talking, falls to the ground and blooms into a ball of flame before me. A wave of heat rushes towards me instantly. Rushes towards me. Luckily, the confronting warmth isn't hers. I'm no arts expert. In my experience, 99% of arts are no match for the pure burst of energy. Explosions, heat, shrapnel, shockwaves. It's an equalizing force that tears apart an enemy, or me. I just need to draw out the stalemate a little longer, until all the seeds I planted finish blooming. You're such a hard worker, Talulah. You even went through all that trouble to play out a sitcom with me. I knew it. You really would make a great actor. This Dragon Lady, I don't really hate her that much, do I? Those who do not know how to deceive cannot tell lies, and thus are not liars. And she is a monster soaked in lies. She doesn't need to lie. No wonder I get kinda... Okay, I admit it, kinda scared when I see her. I don't hate her, but I might really be afraid of her. And fear breeds caution. If you've got your guard up, you're prepared. Your little tricks are actually able to neutralize my Originium arts. I might have underestimated you. Hey, this little trick took me hours to put together. Show some respect, huh? But if a little bit of your fire was all it took to make me roll over and die, what kind of devil would follow me? You came prepared. You planned to attack me from the very beginning. You made the first move, Dragon Lady. Are you trying to torture me because I'm a pain? Or do you want to shut me up because I've seen through you? Nah, I cannot feel confident about tests. Whenever I feel confident about a test, I get a score lower than I want. Like, I know it's nice thinking, I'm gonna pass, but no, for some reason, whenever I think that, I always... Actually, I do end up passing, but I get a score that I don't like that 27.5 out of 30. Because I thought I aced that test, but no, I got stuff wrong. So that bothered me. And ooh, hello. To punctuate my sentence, a wave of heat surges from her fingertips and leaps towards me. Man, this dragon bitch just won't let me have any fun. I bend my waist and drop into an exaggerated roll, making it look like I'm tying my shoes. Uh-oh. Aim better next time. W, your dirty tricks have been exposed. You are now an enemy of reunion. Why do you oppose me? This is certainly no benefit of you, or to you. Why? Do you think this was my idea? I sure as hell didn't want us clawing at each other's faces this soon. Fact of the matter is, you attacked me first. Trying for a little shock and awe, huh? I guess I have no choice then. I just have to kill you before you kill me. Your insanity has deepened your blind confidence. Lying to me is no big deal. I don't really care who you lie to, or how many people you kill, or how many people you lie to. But Dragon Lady, you'll regret lifting a finger against me. I hope I don't miserably fail the test. I just hope I don't. If I do, oh gosh, then I'm gonna have to quit streaming for a while. Because that means I accidentally ruined my grades. Or actually, it wouldn't even be an accident at that point. Am I the kind of person who says stuff like this? Maybe I really am losing it. Can't even call this insanity at this point. Seems more sentimental than anything else. I guess I really fucked up. I see. Pretending to be crazed and stupid had us all fooled. Turns out, I misunderstood your character this whole time. So considerate of others. What a lovely little devil you are. Such a colorful character. Exactly, have no expectations. That's what I need. That's what I thrive for. Haha, spits. Not as lovely as you, of course. But you'll be even cuter once I rip your tongue out. Can't have it lolling around. Do you think your little traps are enough to kill me? Of course not. Did I ever mention that I set a trap? Better watch your feet. Might be a trap. Say, how many do you want? How many do you have? You pitiful thing. My flames have found you. You will pay for your betrayal. And yeah, have no test, you won't be disappointed. I wish. I mean, technically, if I don't do the test, I won't have a test, but that's still an automatic F. It's like, oh, you trade no doing test? Here you go. You get F. Automatic. Whoa, creepy. What's the matter with you? Who are you talking to with that tone of voice? You. I know you hate these words, W. You also hate me for pointing out your purpose. Well, thanks for being so considerate of my preferences. You think you can rile me up with the right phrasing? And my purpose? How many people you plan to kill has nothing to do with me, Dragon Lady. What do you know about me? You've got 80 different plots within plots going on in that noggin. And you're gonna guess what's in mine? W. You want to prevent me from using the core city to attack Lungmen. Oh? If you simply wanted revenge, you would not have chosen this moment. If you wanted to kill me, W, you could have waited until both Lungmen and I are incapacitated. That would have been a wise move. Trying to talk me into giving you information was another cover. A mercenary leader who cares nothing for the direction of Reunion would not ask me, the leader of Reunion, about my plans. You know, I won't kill you. As long as you put aside your interest in the war. Do that, and I'll spare your life. I'm fond of you, W. You're good comic relief, and I have no desire to execute a harmless harlequin. However, a mad woman who will use any methods available to kill me has no right to judge good and evil, let alone claim to understand my plans. Are you really as violent and insane as the performances you put on suggest, W? Would you shut up already? You are not. You want to stop Reunion. You want to stop the attack on Lungmen. Those are your intentions. W. You're all too easy to read. I don't even need to make any plans to investigate you. You came here wearing your heart on your sleeves. Ooh, hello. That's a load of bullshit. I'll turn you into a puddle of gore and have someone dump you down the waste chute, assuming there's anything left. Man, look at this epic battle. I press the button on the device in my hand. A simple originium detonator switch, remotely operated, chained explosions. A blazing light of destruction mixing with a deliriously pungent aroma. Waves of heat carrying fragments of debris, overturning everything in front of me. Just as I planned, everything reduced to cinders, even the most thick-skinned sarcas. Wait. Didn't I have a detonator mechanism for the explosives? Why did she plant her sword in the ground? Was this your trap? Try me, W, of the sarcas. Try again. Hold on, you. No fire, no burning. The hundreds of originium explosives I painstakingly twisted into the steel foundations of the city are all gone. Wow, that's so sad. Imagine spending so much time setting up your trap and then someone just sticks a sword in the ground and gets rid of it. I know, hello. Where are the explosions? The heat? The shrapnel? Nothing. The place where I planted the originium is deformed, melted, and warped. Drips of iron and the burnt oil paint covering it gives off nasty smell. But that's it. My shrapnel, my blast waves, my light show. It's not going to happen. The cataclysm that I pictured in my mind 1,000,000 times over isn't going to happen. The cunning dragon lady must have poured her arts into her sword and channeled it deep in the steel beneath us. The heat radiated to each of my traps, melting them away. You figured it out. You're so smart, W. The world-ending explosion from all directions that should have blown her into 1,000,000,000 little pieces is nothing but a big, wet fart. Alright, I've been thoroughly played. So this is a big, wet fart, huh? Dragon Lady, you're not half bad. Was this result also a part of your plans? Let me guess. Your backup plan is you'll show me an improvised suicide bombing spectacle. Isn't that right? Let's not waste each other's time. Don't get too cocky. Little girl, say, are you even the same person? Right now, even I don't really want to know. I don't need you to define me. Choose your death, die by my flames, be thrown from the city walls, or be run through by my sword. Can you really finish me off? Steel must endure 1,000 trials in the forge before it can become a sword. A sword is destined from birth to be a weapon. But you are just a mortal shell that has not yet died. Ah, that would be an honor. To be impaled by this sword. Would I be the first one? Unfortunately, you'll have to accept second. Now, if we're talking people I've blown up, you, well, wouldn't even have a number. Am I going to die? I guess so. But what's so bad about death? There are many things worse than dying. So when you feel like you're done for, as long as you prepared for the stuff worse than death, you'll even manage to surprise yourself. Now, I think it's about time I also blow up this joint. You blew yourself apart right in my hands? I thought you'd be more afraid to die. Though your defection didn't surprise me, you yourself did. Surprise me a little. You had some potential as the opening act of a farce. I hope your death was painful enough, W. of Victoria. After the battle, 31 hours into impact. 6:30 p.m. Wow, funny! It's 6:30 p.m. in the game, while for me it's 6:28 a.m.
Leader.
Sir, your return gives me great peace of mind.
Formalities. Unnecessary. There was a battle here, just now.
It was between me and W, who tried to assassinate me. Don't worry, I'm fine. From the reports I received, she was already showing signs of rebellion when she occupied Chernobog. She made her own decision to let the enemy escape, instigated the Sarkaz mercenaries' rebellion, and murdered her superior. These series of actions were likely caused by outside political forces.
Where is she now? She should have stood trial.
She detonated the explosives hidden around her body and fell into the core area. I will dispatch someone to search for her body. Sir, you need not worry yourself.
That does not concern me. And her Sarkaz, what of them?
I will deal with it. Now that the core city is steadily moving on track, I'll need to stabilize the situation immediately.
Leader, this core city was activated without my knowing. Why?
Ooh, hello. Did I pull for a sale teach? No. Not yet. I used all of my lovely summoning funds on Thorns who never came home, but now I saved up enough for at least one multi-summon. But still, that hurt me. Thorns, my boy. How could you betray me? There's always next time. I gotta keep telling myself that. Just like for Saber stuff, well, I just took next time, and then soon for Merlin, and then Thorns. Sobs, it's always the boys.
Even the comms have been broken.
We're out of options. Ursus may attack Chernobog at any time and slaughter our compatriots. For their sake, we must first take down Lungmen. Right now, all energy must be used to support the operation of the core city, and we have no excess power to support tuning and ignoring the outgoing channels. The originium left behind by the catastrophe is so potent that we cannot endure it. The order to recall you exhausted the last of our backup supply. Now, there is only one place that can provide us with enough refined originium.
Even then, if time is tight, please discuss with us.
What you say may be correct. I'm sorry, sir. I should have given it more thought.
But what's done is done.
No, thank you.
This key, how will you use it?
It can stop the city.
This city can be stopped? Many things once started will not stop.
So, I'm entrusting this key to you. You'll decide when we stop. Did I watch Jujutsu Kaisen Zero yet? No. Today's the day. That's why I'm having an early stream instead of my usual, evening one. Since I gotta give myself time. Since movies have, a lot of previews, or at least over here they have at least 10 to 20 minutes of previews. So on top of a movie time, I have to give myself an extra, at least half an hour leeway. I apologize for giving you such an arbitrary command. You seem more subdued today than usual, sir.
No, I will go. To guard the core city. Someone will attack. They will try. And I will stop them.
Excuse me, sir. Crownslayer, Frostnova, Mephisto, and Faust are still waiting for our help. We must not let any outsiders interfere with our plans.
Talulah.
What's the matter, my champion?
Leader. Any evil, no matter how great, will always come to an end. This I firmly believe.
Yes, I share the same conviction.
Goodbye, leader.
Go, Patriot. To end this war and regain the status of the infected, reunion will crush all enemies standing in our way. Am I gonna touch chapter 9? Eventually, I gotta get through 7 and 8. I wanna go in order. I prefer going in order in games. Though I failed that for Fate just because I needed to get to Lost Belt 2 for my Oni cure. She was so worth it though. Got my magical girl. What's this?
A kind of sarcasm talisman. 2 pieces. This one is for you. The other one I will keep.
What are these for? It's a bit heavy.
They can keep you safe.
You still believe in those weird sarcasm things? What's the point of this?
Let me finish.
Sure.
This talisman can withstand torture. Mortal wounds, destroyed organs, no. But the consumption of life, it can withstand. Until it breaks. If yours breaks, mine will tremble. And I will go save you.
What if both pieces break? Why aren't you saying anything? Fine. I'll hang on to it.
Good.
I'm obviously going to outlive you, so you just do your thing. Do your own thing.
Help who? End what war? My talisman, it too has broken. You killed W. What are you going to do now?
Liberate you. You will no longer need to bow before a sarcasm. All that you desire, I shall grant you.
And what exactly is that?
War. No longer will you have to endure the foul taste of slaughtering the weak. No longer will you waste your efforts like a pebble hitting a rock. I will give you a truly equal war. Sarcasm, wandering devils. What I will grant you is not only the fear of your victims. I will reforge your blood, your flesh, your steel, and the shame of countless generations of your ancestors. Yo! You can reforge the shame of my ancestors? That's a good offer. I will grant you slaughter, and I will grant you death. A new era has arrived, and war shall reign supreme. All sarcasts who wish to taste all that this new era has to offer, step forward.
Who would you have us kill?
Ooh, I get a rock. I should look at the map. Oh no, there's drones. Now I got this. Because when in doubt, thorns out. Ah, W, you're so beautiful. I want you. W, I'm gonna get you one day. I want my own W. The ultimate win. Okay, I gotta sneeze real quick. The sun's coming up, aka my enemy, the light. Oh wait, never mind, I didn't have to sneeze. The light has not gotten to me yet. 6:30 p.m. Number 00000-00002. Clearance level 8. Dr. Misaki, thank you for visiting the Rhodes Island Integrated Bioprocessing Unit. Your intentions have been determined through analysis of available biological data. In addition, the system detects that you are in a bad mood. I'm in a bad mood? I mean, I'm hungry, but I don't think that's a bad mood. Leave me alone. Dot. And what would count for a good mood? I'm gonna go for the third one. I want to talk to the PRTS. Good and bad are subjective judgments. However, this system has collected nearly all documented states of mental activity, as well as hormonal criteria for various types of neurological excitement. So you could argue that the system's subjective judgment is substantially closer to objective truth. Therefore, no matter what action Dr. Misaki may take, the system will be able to process it to some degree. Which is to say, you may do as you wish. PRTS is equipped with a non-lethal pacification function. Should you take unreasonable action, you will lose consciousness for 3.55 working hours, ensuring you maintain a behavioral standard close to normal. Yo! This thing can knock me out for about 4 hours? Or 3.5 hours? That's kind of nice, actually. Where is PRTS when I need to sleep at night? Welcome home, Doctor. Can this really be called home? Are you Dr. Misaki? Yes, I am. Who are you? Huh? Question mark? Hello? Hello, cutie? It's you. I'm sure of it. I can feel it. You're a little different. But the person you're holding, that uniform. Can I ask who's that you're holding? A fighter. One of my people. A friend. I'm holding a friend. She's your friend? But you barely know her at all. I don't know. This might disappear soon. What do you feel? Traces of people communicating with each other. Smell, warmth, shape. I'm not sure, but she... The girl reaches out to Frost Nova. Let her, stop her. Now I'm gonna let her touch her. She's just gonna give her a head pat. It's not like she's gonna punch her. I assume? No. You don't want me to do that? No, I'm an outsider. I don't know her. I can't do this, can I? I'm sorry. Can you read minds like Amiya? ... I'm having trouble understanding you. I don't even know who you are, girl. I'm having trouble understanding you. We just met. You didn't even say your name. You know who I am, but I don't know who you are. The other operators say that too. There are a lot of big personalities at Rhodes Island. But I might be weird, even for them. Did you want to use this machine? If this is indeed the final resting place of the infected. It is. Just a second, let me check the log. Yes, they cleaned the cabin already. Put her on the slab. Easy now. There. Then the slab will slide in here. In there, and wait for it to close. And finally press this button. You're really familiar with it. Oh, I've had to use it a lot. Why? This is where all of Rhodes Island's infected end up. And if I knew them, if I felt them, if they were my teammates, I always take care of them myself. The original manual was really complicated, but I wrote down how to use it in my terminal. Just a quick look and I can feel it. Feel what? It's like a chain. A chain? Or I could say it's like seeing the links between people. Sending off the people tied to you means untangling the lines around them. The other ends of the threads are still tied to us. But even when the one side is gone, the threads don't hang down. It feels like you've lost something inside yourself. Something you didn't know was there, but knowing it won't come back. Why would you want to feel that? Because if you know the feeling, it won't suddenly sting you, right? So then you... Excuse me. Identifier for Rosmontes, elite operator present in Rhodes Island Integrated Infected Bioprocessing Unit. Will expire in 15 minutes. I will update you momentarily. Stand in place for about 15 seconds. In addition, there is a skirmish taking place on the starboard hull. If possible, please assist after updating your identification code in order to reduce resource consumption. Oh, okay. I'll go do that. I'm making a note of it in my terminal. Reminding you for the 6th time, if you would allow access to the system, it could send the information directly to... No. I'm the only one who can use this. Understood. Elite operator? PRTS means me. Should I call you Rosmontes? Yes, Rosmontes. What about her? I think I should at least know her name. Frostnova. Frostnova. A good name. Hello, Frostnova. Bye-bye. Why are we fighting on the hull? Who's fighting out here? Who do I have to bonk? We're trying to have a nice funeral here. And then look what happens. We're just trying to send people off nicely. Okay, I'll make it fast because I believe. Maybe I should not believe as hard, but I believe. And believing is good. I think. Yes, believe. Believe. Okay, this looks doable so far. Okay, I'll put you here. Okay, that hurts. Ow. Oh no, it's the drones. I hate the drones. Why is it that drone enemies in games are always so OP? They always hurt me. No, I got this. Man, why can't the drones ever be on my side? Wee. I could put more people down, but do I want to? Yes, I do. You know, healers are always good, especially since Ash is already kind of dying. Sheesh, why are they so powerful? Okay, there. Man, the sound when Chen attacks is so cute. Wei Yinwu's office, 6:30 p.m. Correct, Mr. Wei. 32 hours from now, the core city will collide with Lungmen. Its urban identification code has not been changed, which means that the core of Chernobog, this nomadic city, is still Ursa's territory. So attacking it would be an act of war? Reunion holding Ursus hostage like this is the height of absurdity. You're unreasonably calm, Mr. Wei. Did it maybe occur to you what a peace-loving country the Empire is? Ursus expansionism is driven by lust for wealth, territory, and growth. If it was profitable, the Empire would start a world war without a second thought, and they would have done it decades ago. But to provoke a war with Yan? The fact that Yan has not waged war for centuries does not mean they lack the capacity to fight, but I'd say a militaristic state might struggle to understand what it is that led to Yan's prosperity. A world war will leave both sides devastated. Yan would need a long time to recover, but Ursus, with its myriad internal conflicts, would take it even harder. Ursus is no longer the world-devouring beast it once was. Only fools and madmen would wage war that is costly, unprofitable, and doomed to fail. Mr. Wei, as far as I know, fools and madmen are a dime a dozen in this nomadic cities of the world. Weeding out such people is one of my most important duties, and it's a function of the State Council of Ursus. Once the State Council responds, we'll implement measures to put a stop to the Chernobog core. The diplomats will handle the rest. Our only responsibility is to take control of this crisis before it gets out of hand. You have that much faith in the Empire? No, I have faith in mutual interest. Fighting war after war teaches bitter lessons, and even though Ursus has won a lot of riches from its wars, it has been unable to fight the internal rot those wars have bred. It has not been able to integrate the peoples and lands that it has conquered, and no nation can handle a rebellion while choking down the poison brewed by the mutual crisscrossing hate of its own populace. Ooh, hello, how's it going? Pretty good right now. For breakfast, I'm planning on eating, maybe oatmeal or Pop-Tarts. I want something warm. And then I also have the energy drinks my friend sent me. I still can't believe she sent me a box of energy drinks and some other snacks. The energy drinks, though, top tier. I'm so happy. I'm gonna try the Sour Patch Kid one, the blue one that I didn't try yet. The Empire of Ursus is a rotting corpse, posturing to look strong. And that is why you believe Ursus will act on its own interests and abide by their deal with you? I have no deal with the chairman of the State Council, verbal or otherwise, but the two of us have about the same amount of sanity left. Fumizuki, send the message for me. I have to make use of this time. Fumizuki? There is another message here, for you. Dr. Kaltsit, Amiya, Chen, you should hear this too. Fumizuki? You will change your mind when you hear this.
I don't think so.
If you reject their help again, we'll truly be isolated. Chief Wei, you must act immediately upon receiving this message.
What? That's my messenger.
The following recording has been arts encrypted. Mr. Wei, groups 3 and 4 are standing down. We are unable to get to the source of the matter. I can't even speculate on who the mastermind might be. They were whispering from the parliamentary gallery, laughing at my miserable, helpless performance, but I found no evidence to hold them accountable. If something happens in Chernobog, you must do everything you can to stop it. Otherwise, who knows what will happen? You have the wisdom and ability to stop it at its source. What we could not do, you must do in our stead. That's the end. Oh, I hate that. The disembodied laughter.
I want to hear the rest.
The rest is the messenger's soliloquy.
He is my messenger. Let me hear it.
I was unable to meet Chairman Witt, and the messenger he sent to meet with me was waylaid by unknown forces. Fortunately, that messenger is still safe and sound. The messenger slipped out of Deity Greiferberg in the dead of night, and someone secretly aided him. I believe there are forces within Ursus vying for supremacy.
I was attacked many times on the road after that, and there were many others who tried to protect me. Witt tried to help them. I reached the Uro Rift and commandeered a messaging station. What happens now, I don't know. I hope to make it back to Lungmen, to enjoy the flavors of home once again. How is he now?
Unclear if he's alive or dead.
It sounds like the chairman of the State Council plans to stand by and see how this plays out. The State Council was at the heart of the Empire, but Chernobog is out on the periphery now. The borderlands mostly belong to the army, and some remnants of the ancient nobility. The army hasn't had a chance to engage in such operations since the Great Rebellion, but the infected did. The ancient nobility, closely watched as they were, couldn't have planned the Chernobog incident, but the infected could. Indeed, most of Reunion's infected had no training. They didn't stand a chance against the Ursus Guard and the Chernobog riot police. But a catastrophe did. Chernobog failed to split the plates in time, and there was nothing they could do against the catastrophe. Reunion had to infiltrate the city early to stop the security forces from mobilizing, while the army ignored their maneuvering. Lungmen and Rhodes Island anticipated Reunion's actions, and the LGD made a plan to annihilate them, but Chernobog. Even to this day, Chernobog and the Ursus court haven't said a word. Now we know why. Writing off the city and all of its inhabitants, Ursus handed Chernobog over to Reunion. And the infected, who have lived so long on the threshold of death that they no longer fear it, would assume control of the city after the catastrophe. They didn't have to do anything. They just got out of the way. They only had to let it happen. But after suffering a catastrophe, Chernobog was a dead city with nothing of value, which left the infected heading for Lungmen. No matter who's running Reunion, all the elements were perfectly aligned. Give the order. The sensors must stand down. Use force if necessary. We will prepare for war. We must be absolutely certain we can disable the core before it's too late. And no one is to know of this until the Chernobog core is stopped.
Mr. Wei? You're going to start the war yourself?
Luizuki, You've seen all Lungmen has been through. Yeah, you've seen all Lungmen has been through. You must know. My brother wouldn't stand for me starting a war with Ursus. I must take the initiative. We must take control of the situation, even if it costs all of Lungmen. Starting a war means being seen as an aggressor. It makes it more difficult to forge alliances. The first one to enter a state of war is likely to find itself isolated.
But the worst part is, no one can know the truth until after the war is over, whatever it might be.
Some countries don't even care about the truth. All they want is an excuse. But Mr. Wei, I believe we can achieve peace through diplomatic means. Thank you for the suggestion, Madame Calcit. But I'm afraid Wit and I are the last hope for peace between our two countries. Whether our enemy is the Empire's Third Army or the Emperor of Ursus, this war is going to happen eventually. Even if we are certain to win it, peace is no longer possible. If Wit is too meek to use official channels to stop this, it means he'll face too much resistance and criticism for it. Even if it works, he is a politician. He has to look out for himself. Having pushed him this far, the Empire's bureaucracy may be in some state of semi-paralysis.
A couple of divisions can hold Ursus hostage, but not Lungmen.
This is not Ursus. You're entitled to an emergency response to another moving city.
Wouldn't it then be too late to separate the city?
If the core is not stopped, the collision will destroy Lungmen, and the conflict that follows will cause further, unfathomable disaster.
But to stop the core...
Firing our guns or sending a Spec Ops team would indeed mean a declaration of war on Ursus. Anything Wit might have been able to stop has been cut out completely loose by the Chernobog core. An isolated city, cut off from all communication, left with nothing but identification codes, needs very little explanation. As you say, Doctor, it's up to Lungmen now. Only we can stop the Chernobog core. Think carefully, Mr. Wei. There are serious consequences to an act of war. War is serious business, but the other choice, as far as Lungmen is concerned, would be far worse.
Mr. Wei, Rhodes Island. I'll go. ... Huh? Miss Chen?
Chen? I'll take care of it. You're a Lungmenite. I can leave Lungmen. Superintendent Chen, don't play the hero. This isn't your responsibility.
Well, funny you say that way. I'm starting to bring Chen more. So technically this is her responsibility.
If Lungmen needs a traitor, let it be me. I'm sick of you, Wei Yanwu. You and your precious city. I stopped being a Lungmenite even before you dug your claws into the slums. Now is not the time to debate on ethics. What did they do? Why did you have to do that to them? What did they do? Tell me, Miss Chen, what did they do? Tell me, where was it Reunion hid themselves? Where was it they snuck into our city? If you trust the slum dwellers, you trust the slum dwellers, but do they trust you? Where did that trust come from? Have any of them, aside from your informants or Lin Kojui's ears, reported the infected infiltrating their homes? Things happen so fast, that doesn't mean anything. Did you receive even a single tip? Yes or no?
No.
Not one. Not a single person stepped up.
Oh, funny about the angels. I think my first SSR was my apple pie. I know that my lovely Dorito came home soon after. Oh, my lovely apple pie. She's just relaxing now. She's on vacation. But Hoshiguma's always gonna come along. She's one of my best defenders.
They don't trust you. They would rather put their faith in foreign provocateurs than the Rat King or the superintendent of the LGD. Maybe Reunion was threatening them. Reunion's infected are known to be violent and dangerous. Did they forget that Lungmen has never raised a hand against them? I don't blame them for supporting each other. In fact, if the infected didn't support each other, if they hated each other instead, the slums would have long since destroyed themselves. But they could have opposed Reunion. They could have come together with the Rat King's people to fight the infiltrators. They could have asked for your help. They don't trust. Exactly. They don't trust you. After all you've done for them, they still don't trust you. We should have sent the LGD into the slums long ago. It was the locals who didn't want the LGD in the slums. They were the ones working against my LGD time and time again. Even as Lin Kojui and I worked so hard to root out the criminals and foreign agents from the slums, it was those same locals who scoffed at the sacrifices of our soldiers. Was it Lungmen that rejected them?
Ooh, sure, I can send you a friend request on Arknights. Wait. Apple Pie has a sister? I want to see her sister. I gotta Google her.
Answer me, Miss Chen. Look me in the eyes and answer me. It's not their fault. Then whose? Pray tell, is it? How many times have I told you? You have the right to your own thoughts and opinions, provided you don't let them affect your work.
Man, this is so awkward. I'm just watching Chen get lectured. I mean, actually, I'm not here, but the others are here.
The LGD is here to protect Lungmen. The Special Inspection Unit is here to guide the LGD to protect Lungmen. The slums you've done so much for have become a vulnerability that could lead to Lungmen's destruction. Reunion exploited the infected among them to distract us, letting our guard down to Chernobog. The measures we took to fight off Reunion left us open to this maneuver by the core city. And those infected stood by and did nothing. If Lungmen falls here, it is ultimately by their hand.
No.
Who should be responsible, or who should be held responsible for turning Lungmen into a flashpoint? Who is responsible for the lives lost and blood spilled? So much destruction over a few neighbors, or few neighborhoods, just because we didn't act in time. When you say act, do you mean, whose fault is it? Was it Lungmen that rejected them? No. It was they who rejected Lungmen. So you'll dispose of them? Indifference and lack of vision already destroyed them. I have no reason to care for these people anymore. Chen, we're all tainted with our innumerable mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. All we can do is fix them, or cover them up for a while. There is always someone who can do what I can't. But for now, I still have things to do.
Everyone makes mistakes?
I know what you're saying. The infected are a mistake, as long as they exist in the city. Pig-headed girl. Superintendent Chen, I have told you everything. Now do what you must.
Alright then.
Wei Yanwu, what I must do, what the LGD must do, is name who is at fault and correct the mistake. It seems that according to your definition, I am at fault. We could also say that I am the mistake, because I am infected. You.
Chen? Madam Chen.
There is no need to hide it anymore. For 3 years, you've been hiding my infection from the world. Now that the infected have no place in the city, neither do I. Nonsense! She and I are both infected. I don't belong here. I know what I must do, and I won't be making any more mistakes. I'm the only one who can stop her.
Don't feel bad. I understand. We're sworn brothers, aren't we? Brothers. Remember where we came from. Sworn brothers ruined.
I am infected, and a traitor to Lungmen. I am the only one who can do this.
I hate you, and I hate them. I should love you, but right now I hate every last one of you. Blood relations ruined.
We've come this far. All we can do is keep going.
Why me? Why does it have to be me? Who could feel safe sitting here? Close family ruined.
No. If you leave this office today, Jian Huichie, you will be an enemy of Lungmen. But you will never again be allowed to set foot in the city. And all that we've worked together for the past 10 years will come to nothing. Everything I worked for came to nothing as soon as you did what you did. Lungmen is about to go up in flames. A battle's upon us. You have your ways, I have mine. The only difference is, I'm not like you. I don't think anyone is a mistake. I won't let the city fall, but I won't go in without a plan either. Power is a tool. At the end of the day, if you're going to use this tool to tinker with to tinker with the world, you have to conform to its expectations. Don't make a mockery of yourself, Inspector Chen. Laugh at that, and you're laughing at yourself. I raised you to change it. I hope that you would change this world to want more than prosperity and growth. So has it changed? Can it be changed? Does everything I've worked for actually mean anything? Even if it can't now, it must be someday. You're going to make sure it can be changed.
Wait, stop. Who are you? You can't go in there. Security? Where are the guards? There's an intruder. I have a question. What came first? Oh, thank you. Chapter 7 or that, you know that one event? The one with the Dulciles one? Where Chen got to go on vacation? Because I just keep on thinking of that and how funny it was. Like right now it seems like they're cutting off ties, but in that event they seemed to like Chen still. I think they're just being hard-headed right now. Assuming that event comes after this canonically. Okay, it's after. Okay, so I guess right now they're just in the heat of the moment and then later on they become chill. That's my guess. Because they seemed so interested in what was going on. They're like, what? Like, oh, Chen's gonna be here too, and also the Rat King's daughter?
Lord Wei, we will act. Get out. Let us act. You shouldn't have come. Heh. Wei Yanwu, that's all it took to show your true colors? Your private army just shows up here in your office? Madam Chen, Lungmen is threatened. Sounds like you have a strong sense of duty. But I don't believe a word you say. If you have something for him, go ahead. Lord Wei, it is within our means to infiltrate the city, kill the mastermind, and stop the collision. But we must sacrifice our lives for the city, and lift this burden from thy shoulders. Get out. Lord Wei. How about it, Wei Yanwu? Will you send them or send me? Is that a tough choice? Why is it you're so decisive when it comes to killing people and so indecisive when it's time to save them? That's how it is now. I know most events come after Chapter 8. Okay, that's good to know. That's how it was then. I didn't expect a chance at a proper goodbye. I've thought about it many times, Wei Yanwu, but I never expected to give anyone a proper goodbye. Miss Fumizuki, I'm sorry my mom treated you like that. Thank you for looking after me all these years. I've always thought of you as family. Chen? Superintendent Chen. Not anymore. This badge, you can have it back. Seize her. You want to fight here first, to decide who's the real traitor? Superintendent Chen, the enemy's at our gates. I'm infected. I'm your greatest enemy. Cease and desist, or I will show no mercy. Who have you ever shown mercy? Don't sound all high and mighty about things you can't do. Lord Wei, look out. Qi Xiao. Rouse Qi.
Brother, if this sword is used to slay dragons, does it work on Dracos? It just might. Looks like I'll have to be more careful around you.
Her arts are overflowing?
Doctor, get behind me. I'll block the arts.
No, it'll just get torn apart by that kind of power. She's not aiming for us. Get out of her range right now.
Okay.
Her arts are beginning to expand. Back up. Release. The dragon-slaying sword. Unsheathed? Tisk! You can block it with just your wrist? Most astute. I see your swordsmanship is sharper than ever, Superintendent. Tempered originium. Qi Xiao, huh? To think that they're still making weapons like that.
Doctor, is that sword specifically forged to fight against energy-based arts? At first, Madam Chen didn't even let me look at that sword. Was she envisioning a situation where I would be an enemy?
Out of my way.
Ooh. Chen S3 is the highest physical burst damage person?
Lord Wei, the superintendent has chosen her path. I may not be able to block a second blow. Shall I put my life on the line? Through my death, I assure you that Inspector Chen will remain in Lungmen, though I cannot guarantee that she'll have her limbs intact. I can ensure that she lives. Impermissible. You fall back. Don't engage her directly. I shall immediately alert my brothers. Planning to call reinforcements? Qi Xiao. Cease. Gah. Huichie, are you going to use the cloud-splitting sword? Don't forget who taught you your swordsmanship and your arts. I never once thought to strip you of your swordsmanship. But I will no longer play nice at this point. Don't force my hand, Qian Huichie. Do it then, Master Wei. Qi Xiao answers to me. The day you gave me Qi Xiao, did you think I would slay you? I won't use it to spill your blood, Wei Yanwu. You think you're protecting me, right? My mother died to depression, Talulah was taken away. I contracted erypathy in the course of my work. You think everything you've done was for the sake of protecting me, don't you? Is that because because of your guilty conscience, or because of your confidence in your own strategies? I don't want to witness another tragedy ever again. Liar! Wei Yanwu, there are those who the sword seeks to kill, and those who it seeks to protect. If she truly wishes to destroy Lungmen, no, you must not go. I never thought I would beat you and your black cloaks here. But there is more than one way out of here, Wei Yanwu. The window? Qian Huichie, stop this foolishness. We're hundreds of meters above the ground. This wouldn't be the first time I've used a window route, or the second. Qian Huichie, you must not go to her. Qian. You mustn't repeat the same mistakes. You can't go down the same path we did. If there's anyone who should die for this city, that person should be... Uncle? No. Wei Yanwu. Starting today, we are strangers. Oof, she just broke up with her family. The sound of glass smashing echoed across the room, and Qian falls face up from the tall building. The Lord of Lungmen let out a thunderous roar, and the man in the black poncho leaped towards the window like an arrow springing from a bowstring. But Qian had already made up her mind. I like her dramatic exit. 1 star. Hey, Thermal EX, the throbbing heart of hotness? The throbbing heart of hotness? Cool. Another person to work in my base. Okay, I'll do one more. I have time for at least one more. Boop. And of course I'm gonna bring out thorns. I'm not even gonna look at the map, because I believe in thorns. Uptown Lungmen, 7 p.m., dusk. A secret arrest warrant? For Qian, sir? It's gotta be a mistake. There's no way. Hey, get back here. I asked you if this was a mistake or not. Damn it, Qian, sir. What the hell? Who's behind this? I have to find her. I have to hear her side of the story. And yes, Thorns is the best. Thorns is best boy. Other than Mizuki. Mizuki's my love. He's the character I relate to the most based on his likes. Yes, I understand. Anything else, Master? No. Go and do what I told you for now. When you're finished, find somewhere to lay low for a while. Got it. Now go. Hurry. I mean, yeah, of course this is Leon's father. He's the only Rat King as far as I know. And yes, Mizuki, the best boy, jellyfish boy. It turns out there really is someone who can outplay Wei Yanwu. Talulah. Is this really just fate? Oh, young master. If you could see us now from up there, you also would not wish to see this, would you? But alas, Lungmen's finally come to this. But Huichie, be careful, Huichie. You mustn't get yourself killed. Lungmen Harbor Dock, 7:20 p.m. Grf. Damn it, there's still so many of them out here. I thought the LGD was supposed to have this area under control. Yesterday was reunion. Today is this weird infected. Even we can't hold them off. And we can't use heavy-duty weapons inside the city.
Hello, operators. Is that who we're fighting today?
Rosemontes, thank goodness we're saved.
They're infected who have been twisted by arts? And we can't stop them?
That's right. We mostly brought defensive equipment, but I never expected that they'd shred through our steel cables and polyfiber nets like paper. We might have to bring in some military-grade weapons. We're at our limits here, so we had no choice but to ask for backup from the land ship. Thankfully, now that you're here, we might be able to turn the tides. The originium structure inside makes their bodies incredibly tough. We use suppressing fire to keep them under control. Also, our scans aren't picking up any signs of brain activity at all.
Technically, second time reading Rosmontes, cause in the section before this, she came up as question mark, and now it shows her name. After PRTS gave her identity away.
The main point there is, they're pretty much already physically dead. They're just empty husks propped up by arts. It's unbelievably cruel.
Whoever did this has to pay. But more importantly, at least you all are safe. Let's make a plan. I'll get them to settle down. You're gonna fight? Yes. But you look...
Doctor, have you never met Rosmontes before?
I mean, we met inside the incinerator area. And she told me about, like, threads of fate and whatnot. Please stand aside, Doctor.
Then you might want to take a step back. I guarantee you've never seen anything like this.
Is that a metal box from the land ship flying by? Question mark? That thing floating in the air there is your equipment? It's mine. Operator, please describe your impressions of the target.
Hold on, I'll check the manual. Okay, the target's, a large group of active, restless individuals. They're moving as a group with no clear objective. Their general trend is clear, but with no set route. This should be good enough, right?
Received. I'll handle this. Dr. Couchett was very clear. Once you finish with this, Rhodes Island is to leave Lungmen immediately. Okay. Yo, Chen looks great for falling out of a tower. Evening, old friend.
Hoshiguma, what are you doing here? How about your injuries?
I'm an Oni. Those scratches are long gone.
Good, now Hold on, were you waiting for me here?
That dune buggy you're pushing is a new model from Rambilliton, right?
Great for off-road performance. Dustproof. Climbs hills with ease. Incredible range and fuel efficiency. Minimal environmental impact with maximum comfort. That one?
Yeah, sorry. I saw that ad on the terminal a million times. Guess it got stuck in the old noggin.
It's a damn good buggy, though.
I'm not even into off-roading, and I'd like to get one.
What are you trying to say?
You look like hell, Chen. Where do you plan on going?
How do you know I'd be here?
You come here every time you want to sneak out of the city, remember? I also know every nook and cranny of this place. The LGD issued an arrest warrant.
But that's not what you're here for.
Of course not. I know exactly what kind of person you are.
This is my only way out of Lungmen. I stayed dark the whole way. If the whole LGD knew me half as well as you do, then you'll never make it out of Lungmen. Excuse me?
If I have a friend who has the person I like, would I keep using them? More or less. I have multiple Thorns friends, luckily, so I just have to refresh until at least one of them pops up.
What do you mean by that?
They're just like me. They don't want you to go.
Hoshiguma, are you going to stop me? Why you? Of all people, Hoshiguma!
Of course I am, Chen. I'm an LGD inspector. And more importantly, your friend. Did you seriously plan to wander off and play the lone hero on a grand adventure? That is precisely why I cannot let you leave.
You're a Lungmenite, Hoshiguma. This is our last chance. If Wei Yanwu has it his way, more people are going to die.
And your way is better?
They call you Madam Oni. They trust you to take care of the Lungmen they love so much. Let me go, Hoshiguma.
Ha. Do they really love Lungmen, Chen?
You.
Me? I'm old school. Comics, movies, booze, rainy streets, some guy running by without an umbrella. I like my stuff retro, just not bikes. People say some stuff go out of style quick. Chen, can we really outrun time itself? I can't. No way. It moves too fast. That chase has crushed so much of what I cared about. That is all I have left. A yellowed splotch, a tear, a dog-eared page. I've got names for them all. And it sucks. I hate how time took all these people from me. They died horrible, miserable deaths, sacrificing themselves to try to find a place in this world. But me? I simply watched them all vanish into dust. Some of them, I smashed their dreams to pieces with these very two hands. They didn't love Lungmen. They simply had nowhere else to go. And in the end, that was my fault. You're not going anywhere, Chen. Ah fought, died. All those people died for Lungmen. You're going to pretend you never saw any of that? Don't act like you knew them. They were with me a lot longer than you. I knew them much better than you. It's my duty to protect Lungmen. No matter who stands in my way, it's my duty. That hasn't changed. So you're still Superintendent Chen? And who gave you this duty?
I did.
Is that just something you wanted to hear yourself say? Look at you. You're gonna save Lungmen all by yourself? One woman against all of Reunion? Your temper tantrum won't get you that far. It's funny. You're the one who always carried out Mr. Wei's orders because you could relate with him. Now I'm the one who relates with him a bit better, and I'm the one carrying out his orders. How the tables have turned. I've seen the gist of Mr. Wei's plans. If someone has to die, Mr. Wei thinks it ought to be him. You're carrying the Qian family's blood. Once this blows over, no one's coming after you.
You mean he...
Mr. Wei would rather he die than you.
You give him too much credit.
Maybe you don't give him enough, Chen. I feel like Hoshiguma is like, yo, Chen, I thought we're besties. You could have invited me if you're gonna go off. This is what you get for not inviting me. That's the vibes I'm getting from this.
If he wants to die, he's welcome to do it. But what will they get us? What's the point? Will it prevent a war? Will it get Lungmen out of this mess?
If he dies, it'll get some of the blame off Lungmen. I think all the blame will pretty much vanish into thin air, actually. You really think it'll be that easy? Nothing's ever that easy. That's why he wants you running the LGD. You'll get his job and be chief of the LGD sooner or later. After that, you'll become the boss of this entire city. There's been a lot of rot left behind, and you should be the one to clean it out. I get what Mr. Wei wants from you. Though he's been waiting for a long time, I can tell that his beliefs and methods haven't changed from the day I met him. Dot. Lungmen still needs you, and she doesn't want you in danger. I'm just so disgusted. Mr. Wade's death may not matter to you. But once he's gone, you can change the city. I have to tell you something, Hoshiguma. It's the reason I don't belong here. Don't mess with me, Chen. No one's more Lungmen than you. I'm an infected. What? Since when? 3 years ago. You've been hiding it from me? I didn't mean to. How come you didn't even tell me? Wei and Wu didn't want anyone to know. We couldn't have an infected in the LGD, so I couldn't be infected. Hoshiguma, there is no place for the infected here, or anywhere else in the world. I've had enough of Wei and Wu controlling us. I'm not going to be his tool anymore. No, I get it. I finally, actually really get it, Chen. I know exactly why you can't leave Lungmen. What? If you leave and go to that core city, Mr. Wei would brand you an enemy. Not just an enemy, but a dangerous infected enemy working against Lungmen. The whole city would know you're infected. They might even think you're working with Reunion. And that'll be the end of it. You'll never be able to come back. I don't care. That's my line. You're infected? I don't care. I don't care. Missy doesn't care. 9 doesn't care. The LGD doesn't care. Not even Mr. Wei cares. He wants you in charge of this place. He doesn't want you gone. You didn't see how ruthlessly he treated the infected. I did. Oh yeah. I kinda remember that part with Mephisto. And 9? She's already gone. She quit the LGD because she was infected too. 9 too? You know, 9 and I might have contracted erypathy on the same mission. She went undercover for me in Reunion, and then, because of Reunion, she abandoned Lungmen, because she saw the truth of the city. But you didn't betray Lungmen, and I'm not letting you take the fall for a crime you didn't commit. Hoshiguma, why do you think I'm going to the core city? I've never been good at guessing games. Just get to the point. Heh. Do you know who's leading Reunion? I forgot her name. Talulah. Missy didn't tell you? Tell me what? Talulah is my sister. Oh, I didn't know they were sisters. Oh, ha, I get it. Chen, you're not going today. Why? Is my sister, my family, not important enough? That's why I can't let you go. Even if I have to die here, I'm not letting you go. That's not for you to decide, Hoshiguma. Hanya can decide.
No matter what stands in my way, whether it's a catastrophe, a shield, or an Oni, I'm not giving in. The blacksmith who cast his shield had his whole family killed by a gang of wandering Onis. His fury is much more toxic than any catastrophe. The blood that stains his shield, and the tragedy it represents, is much more wicked than any catastrophe. Chen, Mr. Wei isn't a good man. I think we can kick his ass together. Whatever you want to do, I'll do it with you. You want my Colombian big single 70 VV? It's yours. Chen, now's not the time. Don't go. Don't force me to do this. It's all I ask. Force you? Why are you talking like Wei and Wu? I don't like it. When Wei did what he did, no. When he betrayed his brother, failed my mother, and put the city to sleep under his cloud of wickedness, that's when I decided to do this. You might think that stuff has anything to do with you, but I don't think so. What do you mean? What he did for you, and what you should be doing, none of it is connected. That's what Mr. Wei was hoping for. He didn't want to play the bad guy. He's not power hungry. He gave you the sword. You don't get it. Understand what? It wasn't just one time. It happened again and again and again. I destroyed my home. I destroyed my family. Covered horn to toe in blood every time, I fought to the bitter end until I was the only one left standing. Because that's what I thought was right. And they were wrong. I found myself asking a lot if I really deserve to live. I don't, but I lived anyway. I just can't live for myself anymore. Putting yourself out because of some concept of right and wrong, that's the dumbest thing a person can do. And I've dealt with regret my whole life. You think you're the only one with a lot of baggage, Miss Chen? Stop talking like that. So why can't you understand me? Even a little bit. We've been through so much together, all these years. There's still something you can't tell me? I've got my baggage and you've got yours. We both know that. Even so, what is there you still don't understand? I've never pulled any of you into this. How can you say I don't understand you? Because I've seen too many people die for nothing. I don't care who you are. I just care where you're going. I'm not letting you go. This is all in the lead of reunion. You can't change the situation. You'll just die for nothing. No one wants to see that. Not the LGD, not Lungmen. Thank you, Hoshiguma. But I'm still going. Really? If we have to fight, you should know I'm not scared of you. You really have to go, huh? You feeling like your heart is hard as iron right now? I told you before, you're lost in your own thoughts. You lost sight of everything around you. Of everything everyone's done for you. Your stubbornness is only going to get you hurt. Humph. Fine. I guess you'll just have to take a beating before you can learn. Like a young Hoshiguma. That being a stubborn ass is just a stupid impulse. If you want to fight, Chen, then let's do it. Show me everything you've learned in the last 2 years. Stop talking like that. EX-42, long-range Originium Arts Control Device, Operator Rosmontis, requesting approval. Approved for use in defensive operations, removal approved. User, Annihilation Specialist Elite Operator Rosmontis, activation approved. Okay, I'm going. Please tell Closure for me about the Rhodes Island landship startup. Hurry, doctor. Get in the cabin. Don't watch. If you get hit by Rose Mantis' shrapnel, you're pretty much a goner.
I mean, I can go into hiding, but I want to watch. I'm an edgy doctor. I gotta watch. Come on, let me put my boy.
My favorite boy.
Boop. Ooh, hello, hello.
No, oh, that dude looks tough on the bottom.
But nah, this should be fine. I'm gonna believe.
I just gotta believe.
Okay, I'm just gonna... You know, I got this, I got this.
Wait, there. There looks good.
I'll put you here. That one dude's life is already going down, that's good. Ow! Come on, dude. Why you do this? I mean, this is fine. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring out a healer.
Just because I feel like this will be needed.
You know, just stay here to bonk. Wait, did you just go poof automatic? Oh, shoot.
Oh, I did not expect that.
I mean, this is fine. I'm just using the power of healing to save me. Ow, can you just, like, stop doing that? Can you just, like, stop hurting my peoples? I'm just putting a bunch of sacrifices down there. No, stop! Man, I hate these dudes just throwing stuff. Stop, dudes! Oh, this is so annoying. I hate these dudes. Oh, I hate them so much.
I mean, I'm glad their HP just goes down. But still.
I just gotta stall them. As long as they're semi-stalled, it's all good. Just keep installing them till they just die on their own. Heh. Uptown Lungmen, 7:20 p.m. You're pretty serious about this. Real unexpected. Never would have thought that you'd be able to make me bleed. We have never been able to walk away from our past. Hoshiguma, you've always been a part of the city, but not me. I've always been running. I don't think I'll ever be able to stand this place. Thank you. It turned out to be another one of these in the end. I can't stop you. Go. I want them to just go together. I mean, I'm technically using them together anyways.
Sorry, Hoshiguma. After I'm gone, please go to the slums for me. The people there are panicked and confused. Someone from the LGD has to protect them. If some infected kids give you a toy bear, keep it. An Ursus girl named Misha taught them how to make those bears. She died because we failed her. Okay, I will. I'm sorry. I owe you one. I don't need your apologies. Honestly, you're no good at them. Hoshiguma, I think we're done here. Go, and don't come back. Take care of yourself. Can't stand this place. How many people care about the city as much as you do? Bullshit. Inspector Hoshiguma. Huh? Inspector, you're hurt? Who could have... Oh yes, we just saw Madam Chen. Oh, that. Sorry. Do you guys have a second to talk? Inspector, you're disobeying orders too? I wouldn't put it that way. Get out. Yes, Lord Wei. I told you not to call me that. As you wish. We await your orders.
Miss Coutet and young Amiya, before you speak, could I have a word with him? Yes, go ahead, Miss Fumizuki.
All yours.
We've been together for years now, Wei Yanwu.
Why talk about this? Why now?
One look in your eyes and I can tell you're thinking.
Fumizuki.
Now, I've always been able to tell. I know Lungmen means the world to you. I know all that you've given her. I know about the dreams you have for her.
No, Fumizuki.
But this today, this isn't what you want, is it? A new thank you. Gomen. I'm not referring to our current dilemma. What I mean is, this prosperity you've given everything for. You lost 2 loved ones, actually. I think you said it was 3. Maybe dozens? Surely, you couldn't bear to lose your niece as well.
She loathes the Shadow Guard. If I send them to retrieve her, she will fight them to the death.
No, Wei Yanwu. That's not what I mean. Won't you regret it? If you let them both die in some foreign city? So what if they're infected? Are they not your nieces? If we had children of our own, is this how you would treat them?
All that I've done for the sake of our land. I never intended for Chen, Huiche, to do my work for me.
But that's how she is. No, keeping the truth from her only deepens the cut. It only makes her feel like she doesn't belong here. Your expectations of her, they're too distant and too difficult.
But I can stop. But can I stop at this point? I have struggled against the men behind me and the city below me for so long, and this is all I have to show for it. Would Lungmen allow me to stop? Is that what she wanted? Or that is what she wanted. To get to the source of our problems. She wanted to change the city into something completely unlike the city under my rule. All I did was teach her how to get there. What she would have to do, and what she would have to give up.
Alright, that's enough rationalizing. You're giving me a headache. I'll go bring her home myself. I won't sit back and watch her die. I'll do what you cannot.
Nonsense. I won't allow it. I have plans to bring her back, and you, Fumizuki, are not to set foot outside the building.
Oh? You'll stop me? Damare. Kono yaro.
Phew.
Huh? Doctor? What did Miss Fumizuki say?
It's been a long time since I've heard such angry Higashinese.
Have you forgotten who I am, Wei Yanwu? Oh, thank you.
Even I have my limits, Fumizuki.
Have you forgotten who you are?
Umizuki.
Doctor, I think Mr. Wei might really care for Miss Fumizuki?
The same may also go for Fumizuki. Maybe.
I like how they're just like gossiping about their relationship. Like, I think they like each other. Yeah, I think they like each other too. Now then, on to our friends from Rhodes Island. How much will it cost for you to help Lungmen and our Chen? I'll cover it myself.
You.
You really going to hire us like this, Miss Fumizuki? I am. It may be improper to say, but my husband is not exactly in his top form today. Or I might say, our opponent's plans have gone beyond anything we might have predicted, and included all that he holds dear. They have a complete understanding of both Lungmen and Wei Yanwu.
Fumizuki, that's enough.
Who are you to say what's enough? Doctor, name your price. I can pay. Pay me enough LMD to raise everyone, and maybe materials too. Okay, thanks.
I understand everything you've said here, Miss Fumizuki, and money won't be necessary. But I need you two to hear me out.
Wait, money won't be necessary, I mean...
Sure, doing this out of the kindness of our hearts.
I need LMD, though.
Doctor? Maybe this isn't the place to say it, but if I can speak freely, Lungmen needs some outside assistance. Can I continue, Miss Fumizuki?
By all means. I don't let words get to me.
Nonsense.
I mean, being paid in Originium's good too, but sure, I could summon people, but I can't raise them if I don't have LMD. So in this case, I'm gonna prioritize LMD.
Rhodes Island is only a pharmaceutical company. But the world is a tough place. It doesn't let up on any of us, especially a pharmaceutical company like ours that tends to make a lot of enemies, be it in business, geopolitics, or otherwise. We wander the cracks between countries because we have no other choice. When all the forces of the world align to put pressure on us, we need our own special methods to handle them. But if our methods are to work, we need the forces acting against us to have a shred of sense left in their thick skulls. Or when there comes a day like today, where anything could happen, Rhodes Island has to be ready with the right response. Get to the point. I have a proposal. I hope it's a good one. I'm not sure if I should be disclosing this information to you, Mr. Wei. You know, with Lungmen's strength and your talents, you could annihilate Rhodes Island with a snap of your fingers.
Snap of your fingers? Wow, he's that powerful?
No matter how advanced our equipment may be, there is nothing we can do against your forces. If we act against you, Rhodes Island is as good as dead. Go on, Dr. Coutsit. Miss Amiya, rest assured I have no energy to direct at Rhodes Island anymore. So please, proceed. Very well. When we first met, Mr. Wei, you were very curious about our military capabilities. I can admit now, just as I said, Rhodes Island is no match for Lungmen in this respect. However, no matter how strong a force may be, it can be limited by the circumstances it finds itself in. It's largely a difference of degree. Even your men can't project power with their hands tied. Even if you step onto the battlefield personally, the enemy still has something to use against you. The truth is, a colleague of mine once saw the Duke of Kashche at a fundraising banquet with his adopted daughter. This wasn't a slave market or some noble bacchanal. It was an event for those who represent the many movers and shakers of our world. Continue. I'm sure you can guess what happened next, Mr. Wei. Many young people proved their value that night, with the ideas and theories that espoused. But Talulah did not. Neither my colleagues nor I ever expected that she would become the leader of Reunion. In fact, we should have realized that the Duke of Kashche only shows himself when necessary, to do what is necessary. Otherwise, he stays out of sight. Kashche won't tip his hand in exchange for assistance, and neither will Talulah. I'm sure you know the relationship much better than we do, Mr. Wei. The Duke of Kashche never made her a slave or a hostage. She is his successor.
Oh?
Your observations confirm my suspicions, Dr. Kautsit. Talulah is Kashche's successor.
Correct, Mr. Wei.
The Duke of Kashche knows what you have and what you're capable of. Talulah may as well. You can leave this in our hands now, Mr. Wei. We have what it takes to handle the situation. Like Amiya told you before, the official agreement between Lungmen and Rhodes Island is over. By now, the Rhodes Island landship has left Lungmen's port. What we do from here on has nothing to do with Lungmen. Is that acceptable, Amiya?
Yes. Mr. Wei, we won't concern ourselves with the future of Lungmen or your personal business. But all this is the result of someone conspiring to exploit the infected, and we will fight it with all our might. If you'll permit us to act, and if you can promise you won't act against us in any way, then the battle to come is our battle, Rhodes Island's battle.
I won't rely on the infected. I don't trust the infected. The only difference between you and Reunion is that you haven't turned against Lungmen. Yet. What was Reunion like before? Even if we don't remember, someone does. They weren't anything like this. You can dress up your schemes in fancy words, just as Reunion can shout from the rooftops that they will be the ones to deliver the infected from their fate. In the end, they still ended up being cannon fodder for Ursus. In short order, Ursus will snuff out the fire that is Reunion. Will you be the next Reunion? Who can say? When will you bare your fangs and turn against us? What's more, I doubt you have the strength to deal with Kashche's successor. That Duke of Kashche. Only Lungmen has successfully opposed him over all these years.
Mr. Wei, you intend to personally lead your forces to attack Chernobog Core City, correct?
Don't make blind conjectures.
What you just told me, Mr. Wei, is revealing. You think you're the only one who can handle the situation. It's true that Lungmen has the raw power to it, and you've also overcome the machinations of Ursus. And this time, you intend to sacrifice yourself to nullify the declaration of war on Ursus. And Miss Fumizuki said, you feel you betrayed your principles, and you hope to end it all with your death.
I've made so many mistakes. My death can't pay for them all. I don't even know who I'd be paying.
Nevertheless, Mr. Wei, you are so certain that, after your death, no one will bear you any ill will?
Lungmen is strategically important to Yan. Thanks to my protection, it will continue to prosper.
I was referring to Lady Fumizuki. Dr. Kautsit, show some tact. Dr. Kautsit, what are you saying?
I meant what I said, Mr. Wei. I am afraid your wife will suffer because of your actions. Even if you're dead, she is your widow. She'll still know everything you knew. Since someone is forcing you to act against your will, I believe this sort of thing is to be expected. I have a feeling that particular individual won't be so magnanimous.
That's enough, Dr. Kautsit. You're way out of line. I can't.
You're saying that even if I do this, I still won't be able to protect Fumizuki.
And it may not end with Miss Fumizuki. I can go too. Death is the worst that can happen.
Fumizuki. Speak, Dr. Kautsit.
For the sake of your beloved city,
and your beloved people. I am begging you, Lord Wei, leave this to the experts. We may be powerless against the standing army, but we know the infected. We know what they want and what they don't. Only the infected can face the infected. So what do you want? Leader of Rhodes Island, Dr. Calcit? You're not a charity. Attacking the core city is tantamount to throwing an egg at a boulder. It will be ruinously expensive, and maybe utterly futile. Do you understand our position, Mr. Wei? At this point, it benefits us both to speak plainly.
More than your agreement with our battle plan, Mr. Wei, we need your guarantee. Considering you might change your mind in the future, we need your promise for now. Because I believe that Lungmen and your family and Madam Chen are worth that promise. We don't need your money, Miss Umizuki. Your kindness and your attitude toward the infected are enough for us to execute this operation free of charge. Man, Amiya and Calcit are being so nice. Dr. Misaki's just thinking of the LMD. If I was here, I'd charge him money.
Sobs.
Little rabbit. Huh? Gives a thumbs up.
I agree. Until the end of Lungmen-Chernobyl conflict, we, Lungmen, will not in any way interfere with Rhodes Island's affairs. And it looks to me like the good Dr. Calcit has more yet to say. Speak up. I can endure it for the time being, because I need Rhodes Island to save one very specific infected. Then I have another proposal. Name your price. 20 years ago, Edward Artorius, father of Talulah Artorius, died here in Lungmen. I would like Mr. Wei to lend us his remains.
Phew. I mean, look, I did get paid LMD. I got paid a little bit of LMD. Oh, so sad. I mean, I've been farming the LMD stage. When I accidentally went over than I thought I would go, for time-wise, but nah.
I want to at least do my 110 roll, heh heh.
Just for funsies. Boop.
Might as well end it with a gotcha summon.
I'ma close my eyes and opening this. Whee! And now I shall open my eyes once I hear a voice. Okay, my eyes be closed still. And I open. Hey there, Orchid. Wait, I got a 6-star? Oh, I didn't know my eyes were closed. I wonder who the surprise will be. And hey, Vermeil. Hey, Meteor. You know, it'd be funny if Thorns comes home from this. Hey, Podenko. Hey again, Orchid. Watching a meteor shower? Oh, that's fun to see. Going outside and seeing shooting stars. When the sky is clear anyways. A lot of the time it's just so cloudy. Hi there, Jackie. High spot. Hey, Orchid. I think Orchid likes me today. I feel like she really likes me. Oh, who's it gonna be? Who are you? Who are you? Hi there, Mostima. She cute. Who are you, Mostima? I don't know who you are. But hey, I accept this. Wait, she's AoE? Oh, I need another AoE caster. I mean, I have my lava, but nice. Super nice. And if she's my apple pie's friend, even better. Hey there, Hibiscus. You know, that's a pretty good draw. Let's see, I'm just scrolling through. Yep, that's a good draw. Nice. And now I see for the next banners. I mean, I'm prepared to buy people in the store once someone comes out that I really want. I saved up my yellow tickets. I'm prepared for this. Heh. Wait, whoever comes into your room, she slows them down. Oh, even better then. I have to raise her. Oh, my LMD is gonna go poof after I raise my current people. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's gonna hurt me. Goodbye, LMD. Soon enough, you'll go poof. I have no idea who my next store buy is gonna be. I'm gonna hope I get lucky in gacha, but I will not bet on that just because my gacha luck is questionable. I mean, if it's a waifu, they come home nicer than the husbandos. Surprisingly, in this game. Yeah, surprisingly in this game, the waifus are nicer to me. Which I appreciate. I love my waifus. But I do want thorns. Later on, and yep, I'm gonna farm LMD later. I need to do that. Ah, sobs. But for now, I need to go. I accidentally went over than I thought I would. Sorry. I have a test today. I can't be too much of a big dum-dum. I gotta eat something, charge my brain with an energy drink, and then hope for the best. And yes, I'll check on my base later. Gots to go now. Hehe. So I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. I have a test. I gotta be good. So bye-bye. Oh man. Oopsies. Sorry time. Oh, if there's no time for oatmeal. I mean, I can eat cold Pop-Tarts. I want warm food. Microwave Pop-Tarts. Sobs.